From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Mike Kruger from Weather NorCal. This is your afternoon update. Now, as you know, of course, we've got the big park fire going on just northeast of Chico. To kind of keep things fairly consistent, it's typically going to be in the morning hours that I give full coverage on those fires. If you want to get the latest information as far as the fire perimeter, how big the fire is, the current conditions on the fire, any evacuation orders or warnings, it's very simple from Weather NorCal. All you have to do is go to weathernorcal.com and then click right there on the screen that you see right there. You see the fire danger, and that is your one-stop shop. It'll have everything you need to know about not only the park fire, but any of the fires that are burning in the area. Again, from the evacuation orders and warnings to the size of the fire, all of that. It's a good location there with watch duty as well. All right, so let's get you to the forecast here and kind of talk about the conditions here, not only for the fires, but also the heat. We've been dealing with the heat, with temperatures finally starting to drop today. You're going to notice it even more so as we go into the weekend. The monsoon moisture is moving on out, so thunderstorms no longer an issue here for Modoc County, for Lassen County. We've seen that the last couple of afternoons. The cooling trend will be going into the weekend with a gradual warming trend once again going into next week, wouldn't you know it. Here's your neighborhood forecast at a glance for today. And again, still hot, just not as hot as it has been, and we're on that downward trend. Now, you can see sunny skies, some areas of haze. Bottom line is this, especially the vicinity of the park fire, you're probably going to be looking at a lot of dense smoke in some of those areas here. So again, this is all going to be kind of a changing thing as far as the smoke conditions are concerned and that air quality. Now, the winds are something I've been talking about over the last couple of days. The typical pattern that we've seen this season is very calm winds for the most part in the morning, and then those winds on the breezy side for the afternoon. That trend is continuing, however, not so much just breezy, but gusty winds at times. So we're looking at stronger winds over the next few afternoons and evenings, and that is going to elevate that fire danger there. You can see as we go into today, we take you into your Friday. Once again, very strong winds there as well. Again, this is going to elevate that fire danger, and of course, you couple that with the low humidity. That's not making conditions any better. So again, still just more in that breezy, gusty conditions here, even going into your Saturday. So let's take a look at the fire weather risk for today. Keep in mind when we look at this, even though we're seeing signs of the fire weather risk dropping, that's because the temperatures are dropping as well. But keep in mind, it's still very, very dry, and it's also still windy out there at times, especially in the afternoon hours. That continues into your Friday, and of course, as we take you into your Saturday, we're also going to be looking at that higher fire danger as well. All right, let's take a look at the satellite image here. You can see that monsoon moisture is finally pushing off to the east. So when we look at Futurecast, we're not really necessarily concerned about lightning strikes and thunderstorms and the works, right? We're just going to be looking at that fog developing along the coast. That's really going to be the main story here. But there you can see tomorrow afternoon, dry conditions. But we are seeing thunderstorms get very close to Northern California. You see towards southeastern portions of Oregon and into western Nevada. You are seeing thunderstorms popping up there, but most likely we should remain dry and thunderstorm free for all of Northern California starting today through the weekend and really through a good portion of next week. But notice the coast, looks like we're seeing some of that fog kind of staying fairly persistent. So the heat is something we're watching dropping. Why? Because the area of high pressure is shifting eastward and that cooler air as it rides to our north. We're going to keep that cooler air in place at least into Monday. However, notice the area of high pressure over the desert southwest, the bottom lower right corner of your screen. That's going to expand. It's going to get larger through next week. As it does that, our temperatures will slowly increase. But I do expect through a good portion of next week for temperatures to stay below where we were this week. So not as hot, but it will definitely get very hot as we get to the end of next week and into that next weekend. So let's take a look at our forecast for today, and you can see those temperatures are going to be just a little over 100 degrees in the valley. This is a break from the heat that we've seen. 80s and 90s for the higher elevations, low 60s along the coast. So we take a look at our 7-day outlook, and again, you'll see this trend is dropping. Still about 100 degrees here for tomorrow, but temperatures low to mid 90s. In fact, look at Chico on Saturday. You're down to 89 degrees on Saturday, but then temperatures will start to slowly increase after that. Now, that'll be the case inland and for Trinity County as far as a downward trend, then backwards, upwards. But of course, for the coast, you're keeping it mainly in the mid 60s, give or take. And taking a look at your 7-day outlook for Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and the Eastern Mountains, once again, the same trend. Temperatures dropping. We're in the mid 80s throughout the weekend for most of the higher elevations, but then that upward trend as we take you into early next week. That's your afternoon update. Be sure to check in again at 6 o'clock for your evening update. Have yourselves a great afternoon.
When it's more than just your lawn, it deserves the Kubota Z400. When you need a head-turning offer on class-leading speed, agility, durability, simple deck height adjustments, and a professional-grade cut, then you need the Kubota Z400 mower. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 48 months or save $300.
Tractors, trailers, rentals.
You do it all, we do it local.